Welcome to Meaningful Mornings. When we were studying in the ashram, one of the first texts that we explored was Moha Mudgara or Bhajagovindam. At the end, we had to write a report essentially, an executive summary of the whole text. What are the teachings? How has this impacted you? And so on. And one of my batchmates, someone I studied with, what he wrote was a thank you letter to the old man who Acharya Shankara taught in Moha Mudgara. Because of that old man, everyone else got to learn Moha Mudgara. Those who know the context would appreciate this. If you don't, here's another one. In a very large-hearted sense, for our community specifically, when all of us got locked in from school, from work, from our community centers, Meaningful Mornings became unlocked then. And through Meaningful Mornings being unlocked, our potential is being unlocked. There's many perspectives to life, to living. A significant portion of chapter 10 is Prince Arjuna reflecting. Typically, we think of him asking questions, but in this chapter, he's reflecting, and he is bhagya, or fortunate, that his reflections are being guided. He asks a question, Sri Krishna answers, he reflects, Sri Krishna refines those reflections. Here is where I'm reminding everyone to not study an incredible science, a shastra like Bhagavad Gita, by yourself. You will ask questions. Sri Krishna will answer. You will have reflections, but who will refine those? You have to be in the trust triangle to understand the trust triangle. In verse 18, it's Arjuna's final reflection verse. Vistarenatmano yogam. In detail, your yoga. Prince Arjuna wants to know about Sri Krishna's yoga in detail. And I like this word, in detail. I came back from New York City last night at like 1 a.m. So the children haven't seen me thus far. So they're knocking on the window and waving that I'm here. Anyways, so I like this word, in detail, because there's divinity in the details. The details lead to clarity. The clarity leads to impact. He doesn't want to know generally. We all know generally that our nature is happiness, but who's feeling that? Vibhutim cha janardana. The yoga he wants to know in detail, but specifically expressed as vibhuti, or diversity. And what this shows is that Prince Arjuna is not ready for unity. He's not ready. He still wants to know about the diversity, or if I can use a more technical word, dvaita. So for us to reflect on, are we ready? Are we ready to end our individuality? When we think of unity, we think of everyone else becoming one. That also means you. your form, your name. Bhuya kataya triptirhi. Prince Arjuna shares, again, share for my contentment. What's lovely about this, I keep describing each of these quarters as awesome, lovely, important, and so on. One of Prince Arjuna's names is Dhananjaya. Remember the short version, Dan. Dhananjaya. And that means the one who has transcended dependency on wealth. Here he's sharing what his wealth is. It's Sri Krishna's teachings. He's done with living for pleasure, possession, position. He wants to know about peace. Are you done with living for these 3 P's? If you are, you will want to know more about the vibhuti, for that to be refined to the yoga, for that to be refined to Sri Krishna. But if you're not done, then all of this will be more general. Your day will be a little bit better, but not your life. Shrinvato nasti me mritam. I, by listening, am never satisfied, meaning it's never enough. Yesterday, as I was leaving to the airport, a student had asked, what do you expect of your students? She had asked me. She's joining us now. And I gave her 3 perspectives or 3 reflections. The first is I expect nothing. Nothing from a student in this community and so on. My more organizational expectation is that one would be open to learning. All of you have chosen to be in Meaningful Mornings. Nobody is forcing you. There's no fee that you have to pay. This is your choice to be open to learning. So that's my organizational expectation. My personal expectation, and this is not an expectation, it's a hope, is that we students would be full-time seekers. That you wouldn't treat seeking just in the morning, but treat your profession differently. That you would seek in a 9 p.m. class, but then you would feel that your family is your purpose. My personal expectation or hope is for all of us to be full-time seekers. Swami Chinmayan on the rights, the tireless missionary in Krishna with motherly patience answers Arjuna. Verse 19. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Hantate Katayishyami Divyahyatma Vibhutayaha Pradanyata Kuru Shrestha Nastyanto Vistarasya Me. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, Shri Krishna is teaching you. Don't think of this historically only. Handa. I love these words. Handa, he. It means alas. Indeed. I should make that your application for today. You have to say handa or alas 10 times in natural conversation. Te katayishami. Indeed. Te or tu, you. Katayishami. I will teach you. With such sincerity coming from Prince Arjuna, how can Sri Krishna not teach? For those who are trying to reflect on how do you practice becoming more sincere, one methodology is the more you respect the more you receive. In an objective science, that's not true. In an objective science, suppose I have to be more clever than my professor. That's how I will excel. But in a subjective science, the more you respect, the more you receive. Divya hi atma vibhutayaha. That which is the greatest, he, indeed, atma vibhutayaha, it is mine. And this exact order was shared in verse 16 also. I cannot describe to you what a great teacher Sri Krishna is. He's using Prince Arjuna's exact reflections. Don't you think that's going to make Prince Arjuna feel good? That I'm reflecting in the right way. And the implication of this, if the greatest is mine, that means I'm past the greatest. Pradhan yata Kuru Shreshta. He calls him Kuru Shreshta. Amongst the millions that are gathered here and not gathered here, you are the best. Imagine me saying that to all of you right now. You're the best, not that person, okay? Pradhanyataha, Shri Krishna shares, I will share some of the greatest. I can't share all of the greatest. That's too much. It's immeasurable. So I will share some of the greatest. I cannot teach all, but in you learning to tune into some of the greatest, you will tune into all of the greatest, or that which is beyond. Please try to reflect on this one notion. What you and I are doing together is we're trying to touch infinity. And how are we doing that? With extreme finitude. The internet, social media, books, words, a mind. This is an awesome effort to try to just jump with finitude, this leap of faith to the infinite. And Sri Krishna is giving us this trajectory, this training. Na asti antaha vistarasya me. No is end expression of mine. There is no end to the greatness. So I can only give you a sampling. Final thought. Prince Arjuna still has a sense of doership, which is why he wants to see. He wants to engage his sense organs in seeing Sri Krishna. And Sri Krishna loves him. So he is going to help Prince Arjuna see the way he wants to. But Sri Krishna is amazing, is just because Prince Arjuna thinks this is the end, Sri Krishna is not going to leave him there. Sri Krishna knows what the ends are. He'll take Prince Arjuna here and then push him, challenge him. Challenge him to see Krishna, see Sri Krishna, but then eventually to feel him. I've used this phrase many times in the last 10 days, so here's one more for you to reflect on. As you go about your day, your week, your life, don't get lost in that which is great. You are already great. And I'm not just saying that generously. You're already great. If you get lost in other greatness, that means it's a lateral movement. It's a wasted opportunity. Try to get lost in the greatest. Have the right role models. Be around those who are passionate about peace. And still do this with the insight that past the greatest is God. This will nurture humility. When you're around those who are greater than you, it's an exercise in humility. And what makes the greatest? How humble they are, because it is only through humility that we feel God. From inspiration to application, your application yesterday was every time you thought of yourself, that you would pray for another. How many of you did this? Good. Please do this forever. The more our purpose becomes others' welfare, the more we will feel our own welfare. Praying for others is an exercise in humility. Your application for this morning, there's lots happening this weekend. Our silence retreat starts today. On Sunday, I have to teach a group of kids in Buffalo. And the theme for my camp is, don't worry, be happy. I need you to help me. I don't have enough time to think. You have to, you have to guide my reflection. So the theme is, don't worry, be happy. Imagine this is kids grades 1 through 12. I want you to give me 3 points that I should teach them on. Don't worry, be happy. So I'll expect this on our website. I will give you credit. What dakshina they give me, I will donate on your behalf. Okay? We'll do this together. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be safe, be sound, be serene, be joy.